Hello, Mr. Buffett.
Hello, good to see you.
Thank you for having us.
Well, thanks for being here.
First of all, congratulations for your latest deal.
I feel very good about my latest deal.
Share with us the motivation.
Well, what happened is we got the chance to buy the last 20% of Iscar for $2 billion, and we have been enormously pleased with our ownership of Iscar over the last 6 years, and wonderful management, wonderful people, and a wonderful country. So we happily put my name on a $2 billion check.
But you separate yourself from the Werthaimer family, which established...
We haven't separated. No, we are not separated from the Werthaimer family. I admire the family enormously. Steph, Eitan, Ruthie. No, we are friends for life.
Tell me, please. Last time you paid $4 billion for 80%.
Right.
So last time, did you buy cheap? Or this time, did you buy it overpriced?
Well, let's put it this way. I should have bought it all the first time, but I really didn't want to. I wanted to be partners with him for a number of years and learn the business. And we made a fair deal at the time in terms of the valuation, and we made a fair deal this time in terms of the valuation.
7 years ago, I met you just hours after you announced this deal. And when I asked you about another investment in Israel, you told me that if there is another Iscar in Israel, you will buy it in a blink of an eye.
You got it.
But unfortunately, there is only one Iscar in Israel.
Yeah.
So is Iscar going to be your last investment in Israel?
Well, maybe we have to find a baby Iscar. We have bought a couple of other small businesses in Israel since that time, but they were bought by a company we have called CTB, or an agricultural company. But I would love to buy more businesses in Israel. But we don't find businesses every day or every week or every month, and you find very few like Iscar. But if you find one, call me.
Warren, what do you like in Israel?
Well, we have terrific managers. I mean, they're smart, but beyond that, they're enormously energetic. They're innovative. They don't get discouraged when the world economy slows down. They just look at that as an opportunity. They look at everything as opportunities, and they deliver. I mean, they have come through in a big way, and I just hope they live to be 100 or maybe even 150.
Is there any bad thing you learned about Israel in the last 7 years?
No, I would say that all of our experiences have been favorable.
You are known as a big supporter of President Obama.
Correct.
And recently visited Israel, and he promised us that Iran wouldn't become nuclear. Can we, as Israeli, and you know him personally, can we trust him?
Well, I have a deal with, you can trust President Obama, but I have a deal. He takes care of politics and I take care of business.
No, because if Iran becomes nuclear, it
it
can influence the value of your investment in Israel.
Not only in Israel, but a lot of other places. A nuclear Iran would be a very, very dangerous thing. We've seen the problems in terms of North Korea having nuclear capabilities. It's not in the interest of the world to have Iran become nuclear, but I'm not in politics, that's President Obama.
The real estate pricing in Israel are climbing, and they are hiking, and they are very, very high. It's so ridiculous that a square foot in Tel Aviv costs more than a square foot in Manhattan. Isn't it a dangerous situation?
Well, it could be. I don't know enough about the specifics in Israel, but you have to. Every market system has to worry about excesses, and we had them here in a big, big way in housing a few years back. We had it with the internet boom, and all market systems will have those from time to time. I don't know the specifics at all in Israel, but it's something to be avoided to the degree that you can. But I would say this: you will have some bubbles in Israel, just like we have bubbles in the United States. It happens.
Most of our audience, viewers, all of them cannot buy Iscar because it's not a public company. They even cannot afford to buy even one share of Berkshire Hathaway because of the price. So what would you advise to the prudent investor at this time?
I do think the best investments for most people will be equities in good businesses, bought at reasonable prices. You have to stick with what you know, though. I mean, there's a lot of businesses I don't understand, and I don't go near them. When I see an Iscar, I think I do understand it, and I buy into it. And the same thing goes on a small scale. So we own a lot of Coca-Cola, for example. I'm not recommending it, but that goes back many years, and I thought I understood Coca-Cola. And we buy it and we hold it. And I think that will generally be the best sort of investment for individuals. But they have to forget about what the stocks are doing from day to day or week to week. They have to buy them with the idea of holding them for many years, just like they would feel about a farm or about a home.
They call you the Oracle of Omaha, the Wizard of Omaha. You are one of the richest men in the world. Share with us the feeling of being one of the richest men ever lived.
Doesn't change anything. I go to bed on the same kind of a mattress that you do every night. I watch television, I watch sports events, and I live a very normal life.
What would you advise Eitan to do with the $2 billion?
I think you better ask Eitan that.
Maybe philanthropy, like you?
Well, he's done a lot of philanthropic things. I mean, he's already done a lot of that, and he does it very quietly. But he's done it on a big scale. But when we give him the check for $2 billion, we don't tell him what to do with it.
So it's actually a check. How does it work?
I think we probably direct a bank to transfer money over to his bank, and it's the family, of course.
Is it a confidence of Iscar, or is it a confidence in the Israeli economy?
Well, they're tied together. I mean, Iscar is always going to be part of Israel. Israel is always going to be part of Iscar. So they're inseparable in our minds. We have to be happy with both Israel and Iscar to write a check for $2 billion, and we are.
In the last elections, you become very, very famous due to the fact you mentioned your secretary.
Right.
So how things evolve between the two of you?
Oh, we get along fine, right? Yeah.
She is still paying a higher tax rate than yourself.
Last year, she again paid a higher tax rate than I. But that's not just true of her. That's true of everybody in our office. Now, that is going to change somewhat in the current year, and I hope it changes more in future years. But it's changing a fair amount in this year even.
Warren Buffett, thank you for your time, your advice, and your insight. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much.